This local sports report is brought to you by Peter Izio from Izio Financial Solutions, helping you ensure financial stability for your family or business. Call Peter today for expert advice from an experienced advisor. Call now to book an appointment at 519-576-5410.
In the last couple of months, when I knew this was imminent, this was going to happen, I had a lot of time to reflect and how what I was going to say, how I'd approach this, and how did I get? Why am I getting honored? Why me? And to be honored as an individual, there has to be so many others involved. It's just not for me. To honor me, that means we're honoring us, because there's so many involved to get me to this point up here. So I'll go through a little chronological order of so many that have made a difference in my life. And it starts back in Burlington, Ontario. I was fortunate, and fortunate, the right place at the right time. Rather be lucky than good. That's me. That's me. It all happened for me. And it started in Burlington with a mother and father that would do anything in the world for their kid. I was spoiled rotten. Spoiled rotten. We didn't go on holidays, or if we did, we went somewhere, and I had a game, I had anything, I had a practice, it didn't matter, we were going home. I was over, we were going back so I could have fun and do whatever it was that I was doing. So that's where it started. Good fortune. I don't know if everybody has that, but I sure had it. This is as big an honor as I can imagine ever. And Peter, I'm going to start with you. You didn't have to do this. But this is special. I know it's a handful. I wasn't easy. I was stubborn, I think. I think I probably have that reputation a little bit. I think my wife would agree with that. But for you to insist that this happened, I can't thank you enough. After I left Burlington and played multiple things, I guess, off to University of Guelph in 1968, and fortunate enough there as well to get into Guelph. I was not a Rhodes Scholar candidate at all, and I got into Guelph. I got into the diploma program, taking landscape horticulture. I got into some agricultural courses like poultry science and farm tractors. But in doing that, I've had the opportunity to play hockey and play football there for a couple of years. So good fortune again to get into the University of Guelph. Good fortune to somebody to say, I think you can play baseball a little bit, and come on down and let's try it. And fortunate to do that for 3 seasons, and a wonderful experience in my life. Really fortunate. But when all that stuff came to a halt in 1970, now what? What am I going to do? What am I going to do now? And I really didn't know. I really didn't know. But that's when Coach David C. Tuffy Knight came along, and again, not having great marks from farm tractors and landscape horticulture, and even then they weren't good, Coach. But Coach got me into Waterloo Lutheran, and that's pretty good fortune. Pretty good fortune. I knew where I was going. And it had a great 2 years playing under Coach Knight. Came in as a boy and left as a man. And there's a number of guys right here from that era. I'll guarantee you they'll say the same thing. That was good fortune. Right place at the right time. In 1973, after I graduated, the athletic complex was built. And Tuffy had to add some staff. And again, I was there and more than willing to take anything on that Tuffy would offer. And Tuffy did offer me a position as the intramural coordinator and his assistant football coach. That was a pretty good fortune. And I was fortunate enough to do that with Coach Knight until 1983. And learned so much about being a better person. And we had some great success and some great fun. In 1983, Tuffy went on to I believe it was the Argos head coach, went to the Toronto Argonauts for 5 years. And Coach Newbro then took over the program. More good fortune. I had been Tuffy's front coach, D-line linebacker, for 10 years. One of the first things that Coach Newbro did was he asked me to be a defensive coordinator. And I did that with Coach and just had some great success and great fun as well. During that tenure, one day I was in the office and we were about to fold the women's basketball program. And I said, Coach, let's not fold that. I said, give me a shot to see if we can go out and find some kids. And he agreed. I never coached basketball. I had no basketball from broom ball. But I do know if you get some players, no matter what sport it is, you can do okay. You can do okay if you can get some kids and you can recruit. So we got Dean Nichols. Dean Nichols came on board. Clark Alexander Eady was here today. And we got some kids, we got some players. Didn't win a game our first year, and after that, we won a bunch of them. We hosted the OUA Women's Championships here at Laurier. So that good fortune, great place. Coach Coulthard then left the men's program, and Coach came on again and said, "How'd you like to try that, Coach the men's team? You have to give up the football, but so let's try it, Coach." And did that for 8 years. Didn't have the success in men's basketball certainly that we did with the girls, but we gave her heck, and it was another great experience where I got to meet some wonderful young people. So those two guys right here, I can't thank the two of you enough. In my view, the reason that we have this and the reason that we have success, Michael, right now in this program, it all started in 1966 when that guy right there showed up on campus, David C. Knight, and 1968. Ricks and Mitch came along, and when Rich retired as head coach, and Rick asked me to come back as his defensive coordinator. So I was kind of coaching football and basketball and running back and forth, but he asked me, he and I went, we're together for I guess about 4 or 5 years, and then Rick had to retire, and Peter now came along and asked me to be the head football coach. That's, boy, you see the theme, another great opportunity, right place, the right time. And the next 10 years of my life were the best. Were the best. And strangely, and we had some great successes on the field. Great successes. You want to talk about the 03 season, Peter? Or just leave that out? Or David? I'd say our first year, we were, and this is more good fortune. When I took over the football team, we were 1-7. 1-7. You know, 1-7, you don't have to do much to be much better. Right? But here's what people don't understand. That 1-7 football team was a really good football team. Really good football team with some tremendous athletes. Tremendous athletes recruited by a number of them, by Ricks and Mitch. So I was given something that looked like it wasn't very good, and it was really good. It was really good. It wasn't what I did in 03. It's what we started with. And we went, I think we went 6-2. 6-2. Weren't supposed to do much in the playoff. Next thing you know, we're down in Kingston in the semifinal, in a game that we have no business apparently being competitive in. And it's the wildest football game, Ronnie, and Dwayne, I'm sure you'll agree. It was nuts. It was nuts. And one of the things that happened there's a few of you that may have been there, but were there, went into overtime. You know, we catch up, we make up 10 points the last 3 or 4 minutes to tie. Goes into overtime. It's sloppy, muddy, it's the worst day in the world. And we score in overtime, but miss the extra point. Right? They come, and then they get the ball. They come down and score, and it's like, extra point. The catch, this is God's honest truth. The kid kicked the ball and didn't touch anybody up front, and the ball went underneath the crossbar. A line drive went underneath the crossbar. It's still tied. We go again. They go first, kick a field goal. We come back. Ryan Peer throws the ball down in the corner to Joe Wright, 35 yards. Hawks win. I'm telling you that. David, it was the bedlam, and it was a fun ride home. I'll just leave it. It was a fun ride. So that's the way it began, and that's what I was given, and it was really good. Along with that, pardon me, Michael and Dwayne, and some great coaches. Some great coaches. Tuffy told me when I first met him, when you want to be any good at anything, surround yourself with great people. Surround yourself with great people, and you got a chance. Well, I was lucky enough to do that, and so you know the story goes on. Of course, undefeated in 04, lost in Laval, undefeated in 05. Beat a team again we were supposed to in the Vanier Cup. So just great fortune. Finished here in 2012. It continued. Very good friend Steph Matasic asked me to come to Mac for a couple of years, and I loved it. met a lot of new people, great people, learned some things. Kevin McNeil, when Steph left, gave me the same opportunity at Guelph. It just keeps going. Just keeps going. Right place at the right time. I'd rather be lucky than good. I've been blessed. I've been blessed with all the awards, personal awards, and all the wins, and all the trophies. They pale in comparison to the people that I've met. You guys are what's really important to me. The young people that have come back today, the kids from the 05 team. You're the most important. This is my family. This is my Laurier family. There's another group that's pretty important to me. And they're sitting right over here. And that's my children, 4 children, Jonathan, Sasha, Jody and Dave, Jamie and Anthony, Ryan, Virginia. Because of the time that I spent with this family, you got cheated a little bit. You didn't get the time that you deserved, but I love the heck out of you. I think you know that. I'm so grateful that you're here. Peter mentioned when he was up, my wife Jill is not well, and she's in horrible pain every day. And she'd be here if she could, but she can't travel. I think back to the support that she gave me over the years, and we lived up in Southampton for the last 20 or so years, and she and Ryan would drive down in snowstorms, and it didn't matter what it was, to come and watch me coach basketball. I said, what's the enjoyment in that? I know Ryan used to say that it was pretty funny. I don't know what was so funny about it, but again, as I said, the theme continues. Good fortune. Good fortune to have such a wonderful family, have such support. And as I said when I first started, this night is overwhelming. I didn't recognize who you guys were talking about, really, half the time. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hoping many of us can continue this across the street at Wilson. If they've got the mic on over there, I'll finish Country Roads for you because I know all the words.
For more highlights, visit our website, 519sportsonline.ca. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.